in the room. It's what they want to hear. That's what he does.
And Mika, the reason that he did this was obvious. He wanted to disprove Michael Wolff's book. He wanted to prove that he was in complete control of his mental facilities. And actually, what he did was show that he wasn't. He couldn't keep up with where he was. He would amble over and say what Democrats wanted to hear. Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you, and we should do this out of love. And then Kevin McCarthy would, sort of figuratively grab him by the shoulder and say, he'd go, Grandpa, come on over here. Let's come on, Paw, sit down here. Don't hurt yourself. This is what you really believe. And then Paw would say, okay, this is what I really believe. But Grandpa kept kind of wandering back and forth. And he had to be reminded time and time again by Republicans what he believed. Yeah. So the very thing he was trying to prove, he disproves.
Yeah.
He has no idea about the issues and has no positions on the issues that actually drive his base the most.
And they let him do that. And they didn't try and stop him. So good. Okay. Reporters were in the room as the president promised to sign a bill to extend the DACA program if Congress is able to reach an agreement. Both Democrats and Republicans tested the president on what has been his core issues, and Trump said he would accept their recommendations.
What about a clean DACA bill now?
I have no problem. I think that's basically what Dick is saying. We're going to come out with DACA. We're going to do DACA, and then we can start immediately on the phase 2, which would be comprehensive.
Would you be agreeable to that?
Yeah, I would like to. But I think we have to do DACA first.
Mr. President, you need to be clear, though. I think what Senator Feinstein's asking here, when we talk about just DACA, we don't want to be back here 2 years later. You have to have security, as the Secretary would tell you.
But I think that's what she's saying.
I think she's saying something different.
What do you think I'm saying?
I'm thinking you're saying DACA without security.
Is there any agreement without the wall?
No, there wouldn't be. You can never fix the situation without additional wall. And we have to fix existing wall that we already have.
So you would not support what Senator Feinstein asked you, which would be a clean DACA bill that doesn't...
No, I think a clean DACA bill, to me, is a DACA bill where we take care of the 800,000 people. To me, a clean bill is a bill of DACA. We take care of them, and we also take care of security. That's very important.
I would vote for a path to citizenship, which isn't very easy for me, but I would do it just as an effort. But there's certain things that we got to guarantee that we're going to do.
But that's going to be brought up. I really believe that will be brought up as part of what we're talking about at some point. It's an incentive for people to do a good job, if you want to know the truth. That whole path is an incentive for people. It would be an incentive for people to work hard, do a good job. So, that could very well be brought up, the path. If we do this properly, DACA, you're not so far away from comprehensive immigration reform. And if you want to take it that further step, I'll take the heat. I don't care. I'll take all the heat you want to give me. And I'll take the heat off both the Democrats and the Republicans. My whole life has been heat. I like heat in a certain way.
It seems to me not much has actually changed here in terms of your positions.
No, I think it's changed. I think my positions are going to be what the people in this room come up with. I am very much reliant on the people in this room. I know most of the people on both sides. I have a lot of respect for the people on both sides. And what I approve is going to be very much reliant on what the people in this room come to me with. I have great confidence in the people. If they come to me with things that I'm not in love with, I'm going to do it because I respect them.
Whoa. Oh, my God.
So Casey Hunt, you're on Capitol Hill. First of all, I'm going to ask you in a second about how many Republicans' brains exploded spontaneously yesterday after hearing this. But, so the president now supports, and I would say the majority of Americans, if this ends up being his position, will go along with him and be glad that he is moderating and actually listening to other people other than the voices in his head and Steve Bannon. But he supports a clean DACA bill, a path to citizenship, and comprehensive immigration reform, and has said, quote, I will take the heat from that. Now, you never know what's going to happen with Donald Trump. tomorrow he'll go. Maybe he goes back into the rabbit hole, and the same Republicans that misled him on health care will mislead him again on immigration, and they'll say, no, you have to be this hard right. You have to listen to your base. Trump said last night, as I made very clear today, our country needs all the security wall, the southern border, which must be part of any DACA approval. So he goes back. He goes back to the border wall. But if he's willing to trade DACA, and if he's willing to trade comprehensive immigration reform and even a pathway to citizenship for that wall, that would be a pretty massive immigration bill. That, by the way, would offend an awful lot of people, a lot of conservatives on the right.
It would, Joe, but I mean, I just don't, from watching that meeting and then